Let's talk about murders. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm LaKayla and this is
Desiree.
And we're talking Only Murders in the Building Season 3. Right now we're on episode 5. We're halfway into the season, and so let's talk a little bit more about it. And there are a lot of lingering questions, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Pew 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 pew. Okay. So let's get into Tobert. Our biggest questions for Tobert are so he's a documentarian, right? On the first episode, he said, "The last time you'll see me, this is the last time you'll see or hear from me." So my thing is, I'm thinking that maybe this is a larger experiment and that Ben and Tobert got together beforehand. Ben faked his death and it was Tobert's job to cover what everybody's reaction would be like after that.
Yeah, I don't think he's the actual killer, but I think he knows more so of what's going on. He know more than what he's let it on, I think. The only question that I had in this season with Tobert is when him and I think it was episode 2, maybe, I can't remember the episode, but in this season when both Mabel and Tobert snuck into the Ben's penthouse and Dickie came in, I understand why Tobert hid Mabel for not being there, but why did he hide himself if he was a documentary and he was just getting his stuff? Why have, you know what I'm saying? Why hide yourself? I honestly, like I said, I understand him hiding Mabel in there because she don't supposed to be in there, but hiding himself, it was suspicious to me.
Yeah.
And then on another hand, you lied on multiple occasions in this season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You lied about the elephant, you saving the elephant, and then you lied again to Mabel about
things at the dining room thing or whatever.
Yeah, he told her that he had a lead or something to just get her to the restaurant because he knows that, but he could be doing it just to impress Mabel too. Yeah. So I'm not sure if he's doing it just to impress Mabel or he's hiding more than what he no. So but he is still suspect, but again, I don't think he is the murderer. I just think he know more.
Also on the elephant story, so I think there's more to that, and also kind of goes into what I was saying in the beginning about him documenting Ben's death. I feel like I feel like Tobert is still Tobert is like still the overseer, the watcher in that story, and Ben could potentially be like the elephant that was drowning, and it was his job to either record that or to kind of let him go or actually help. So I think that's it for Tobert.
Yeah,
he's sus, but
I don't think he's a murderer. Yeah, I don't think he did it.
We want to get into Ben. Okay, there's a lot about Ben. Yeah, there's a lot that's being revealed in this season about Ben more and more as we go on. Like, yes, he did try to fire Loretta in the beginning because he didn't think she was a big enough star. So there's some tension there. The thing about who he was talking to in the dressing room, that's still up in the air. Like, was he talking to a plate of cookies? Was he, talking to a person?
Me personally, I think he was talking to cookies.
Yeah, I think he was talking to
and then he, nobody else put effing pig on it. It was him talking to himself. He probably ate the cookies, poison cookies.
Yeah.
Probably ate poison cookies.
Yeah.
But I don't know with yours thing. You think he try to fake his death, which is good too. But or on another hand, maybe somebody tried to poison him. He eat the cookies. After he eat the cookies, he looks in the mirror and say effing pig, you know what I'm saying, to himself because he's looking at the reflection of himself. So I think that's the case too.
Yeah, we kind of have a couple of things swirling around that right now. Like Joy is in that area, even though I don't think she did it as well. Then you have Loretta, who in episode 5 we just realized that she was using those same words to describe Ben. Mm-hmm. So there are a couple of things that it could be, but I think that theory is really solid. There's also the thing in episode 5 of Ben and Loretta arguing.
For what though?
Yeah, for what? We don't even know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
What?
And also to kind of segue into Dickie, Loretta's kind of, she a stan. Like she is, Loretta got some
secrets.
She got some secrets. So she is collecting memorabilia about Ben in her apartment. But shout out to the people on Facebook. I don't want to say their names because
Reddit too?
No, it might have been Reddit too. Shout out, we're everywhere. Looking for clues. But they let us know that with every piece of memorabilia that Loretta collected about Ben, Dickie was in the background. Yeah, and she confirmed it. I
confirmed it.
So it might not be a thing about Ben. It might be hate toward Ben, deep love and affection toward Dickie.
And she said something in the last episode. Dickie is so sweet. He is a sweet boy or something of that nature. I don't know the right words. Maybe you can put a clip or something of it. Mm-hmm. But she said something about Dickie being a great, such a great, sweet boy. And then also, like, what gets me is Dickie goes straight to managing her after Ben's death.
Yeah.
So fast.
And Loretta accepts so fast.
Yeah, accepts so fast and just was willing to go straight and move and leave Oliver, off the bat.
Even though it was Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
So she was like, I've been doing this for 30-some years. I gotta get on the last thing moving, but there's something else there.
But for me, I don't think Loretta is the killer either. Because I think she has more to do with it. For me, me personally, I think that maybe she is Dickie's biological mother. She ended up giving Dickie up for adoption, or maybe to her sister or something like that, or somewhere she was their nanny, or something like she's more tied to Ben and Dickie. She more tied to him than we can see it. That goes back to Ben trying to get her fired, and Ben coming when he came back to after he is death at the theater. When he came back to life, he was apologizing to everybody, but he came to Loretta and still was down to her. So it's tension there. Yeah. So where is that tension coming from? You're apologizing to everybody else, but Loretta. Mm-hmm. So what did Loretta do to you to cause you to have so much tension in your heart? So did Loretta try to sabotage your dream as being a career? Since maybe she's upset because she's been trying it for 30 plus years and she never got it, or she maybe. But I think, like I said, I think that Dickie is her biological kid. She gave him up to the doctor, tried to pursue her dream, but it never came true. And then maybe she seen how Ben was doing so good. Maybe she approached Dickie to try to manage her, but Dickie said, I can't manage you and Ben at the same time, and then causing tension between Dickie and Ben, or something like that.
Try to sabotage, which leads to what you pointed out earlier, was in Ben's apartment. Dickie was crying and saying, "I'm so sorry, Ben."
Yeah.
It seemed more sorrowful than, "I'm sorry, that you passed away as my brother." Like, there's more to that. Like, "I'm sorry, did I do something to you that now I cannot, repay back or say sorry about?" So there was something in there too.
Yeah. That's most definitely. Yeah.
Let's get into hankies. Let's get into the hankies. Okay, so we did learn that Kimber, she's off of the murder board. She didn't kill Ben, but there still is the thing of the hanky. So she sold off her hanky on eBay. What happened to that hanky? Who did it go to? Did it go to a fan that just really loved Ben so much, and he grabbed a hanky and bought the hanky and then wanted to approach him even more, or something like that? Is it somebody in the cast that's like a secret stan and they love him so much and they just really wanted to talk to them? That's another point. Don't know necessarily where that goes, but that's something to point out.
Yeah. And then my thing is, did Ben actually send those hankies? And who, if he did, who all did he give the hankies to? Did he just give it to the cast members? Did he give it, more than over the cast? Who all has a hanky? You know what I'm saying? I do understand that Kimber sold on eBay. They made a big deal of, she sold on eBay. So yes, we still need to know who bought that hanky. Yeah. But like Kimber's off the murder bird for me too. So, because I think in the people that they try to point to in the beginning is definitely not it. Yeah. So that takes off Kimber. That takes off Tober, even though I feel that Tober has more to it. That takes off Loretta, because I think they're trying to point the fingers to her too much. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel that she has more to it. Joy.
She has a key. She has a key to understanding the motive.
Yeah, the motive. Yeah, and then Tober knows more than what he. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody has a key. Everybody has a key that leads to.
Yeah, and then Joy. We finds out that we gotta go to Ben. This can leads to Ben. Not Ben. Charles.
Oh yeah.
This can lead to Charles. So we found out that when Charles told Joy that he was the one who punched Ben that night. My suspicions of Charles, why you come say this to Joy, but why you haven't told this to your murder buddies, Oliver and Mabel? Yeah. Because y'all try to solve this big old murder, why you didn't come to tell them, this was especially after Kimber said that he had that red mark. Why he didn't just say, "Hey, I see him and Loretta fighting. Excuse me. He came up. I punched him, and that's how he got that red mark." Why you waited to now to bring it up? Were you in your white room? Were you in the white room at that time? Were you going over your lines? Before the show, and you zoned out, and you did it when you zoned out, then you remembering, or like what is it with Charles? Charles is suspect, but I'm not sure if Charles would be the murderer, because I don't know if they would do that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a season after that, so would they actually put one of the three people as the trio? Would they put them as one of the murders? But Charles' song is suspect too.
Yeah, I don't know the exact words of it, but which of the triplets did it? Who of the crew could commit this crime?
So it could be one of the trio.
It could be one of the trio. Like you were saying, I think it could be, like, even if it's on an accidental level, or he set off events that led to him being murdered. I've shared this theory before, and people did mention that it can't be anyone in the trio, or it can't be anyone in the crew, which I feel like I agree with that, but it's still something. Even with Charles too, there's still so many things up in the air, but it's been a good season so far, I would say.
It has. Yeah, it has actual posters. I don't know where you gonna post this, but the one we gonna wait up until episode 6. So I can't wait for that to get maybe some more clues on who did it. Yeah, who did it?
But we want to know your theories.
Yes,
me and her, we just sit up here. We just talk about who killed Ben Glenroy all the time. So we would love to hear from you.
Yes, put your comments of your theories down below. Down below.
Let them in the comments.
Subscribe.